out on the balcony outside her room. She cannot see Romeo, who stands in the garden just below. At the beginning of the scene, both characters are speaking private thoughts to themselves. Romeo, however, can hear Juliet as she expresses her love for him despite his family name. Eventually, she speaks directly to her, and they declare their love for each other. Just before dawn, Romeo leaves to make their wedding plans.
But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief, that thou her maid art far more fair than she. Be not her maid, since she is envious. Her vestal livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. It is my lady. Oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses. I will answer it. I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. Two of the fairest stars in all the heaven, having some business, do entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there, they in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars, as daylight doth a lamp. Her eyes in heaven would through the air region stream so bright, that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I were a glove upon that cheek, that I might touch that cheek.
Amy,
She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night, being o'er my head, as a winged messenger of heaven unto the white upturned wondering eyes of mortals that have fall back to gaze on him when he bestrides the lazy paced clouds and sails upon the bosom of the air.
O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not but be but sworn, my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, thou not a Montague. What is a Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, or any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other man. What is in the name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes. Without the title, Romeo doff thy name, and for that name, which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth I never will be Romeo.
What man art thou that thus bescreened in night, so stumblest on my counsel?
By a name, I know now how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. Had I it written, I would tear the word.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of that tongue's utterance, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair saint, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are hard to climb, and the place death considering who art. If any of my kinsmen find thee here,
With love's light wings did I approach these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out. And what love can do that dares love attempt, therefore thy kinsmen are not let to me.
if they do see, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in mine eyes than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity.
I would not for the world they saw thee.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their sight. And but thou love me, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate than death probed wanting of thy love.
By whose direction foundest thou out this place?
By love, that first did prompt me to inquire, he lent me counsel, and I let him eyes. I am not pilot yet. Wert thou as far as that vast shore washed with the farthest sea, I would adventure for such merchandise.
Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, else would a maddened blush bepaint my cheek. For that which thou hast heard me speak tonight, fain would I dwell on form, fain deny what I have spoke, but farewell compliment. Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say A, and I will take thy word. Yet if thou swartest, thou mayest prove false, a lover's perjurous. They say Jove laughs. Oh, gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully, or if thou think'st I'm too quickly won, I'll frown and be preserved, and say thee nay. So will, but else not for the world. In truth, fair Montague, I am too found, and therefore thou mayest think my behavior light. But trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove more true than those that have more cunning to be strange. I would have been more strange, I must confess, but that thou overheardest ere I was ware. My true love's passion, therefore pardon me, and not impute this yielding like love, which the dark night hath so discovered.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon, I swear, that tips with silver all these fruit tree tops.
Oh, swear not by the moon and incessant moon, that monthly change in the circled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all, or if thou wilt, swear by the gracious self. What is the God of my auditory, and I'll believe thee.
If my heart's dear love,
Well, do not swear. Although I joy in thee, I have no joy of this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning which doth cease to be. Ere one can say it lightens. Sweet good night, this bud of love, but by summer ripening breath, may it prove of Beatrice flower when we next meet. Good night, as repose and rest come to thy heart as they witness my breath.
oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou didst request, and yet I know it didn't. It were give to again.
Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose, love?
Be too frank and give to thee, and yet I wish but for the thing I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love as deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both our affinity. I hear some noise within. Dear love, adieu.